Hey y'all, this is Nina Stevens, and I'm in the South where sushi is still called bait. So, what am I doing today? Today, I'm going to attempt to build a top bar beehive. And I'm going to try to, and I've kind of funkified around with my measurements just a little bit, and there's a reason for that. So I'm going to try to bring you along and explain my logic behind the measurements that I've got. And I'm going to try to bring you along with that and let you see how I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain my measurements a little bit. I want my top bar beehive to fit the top bars of the frames that are in the Langstra hive. So I'm going to make the top of my beehive, the top of the top bar, 17.5 inches across the top. That way, my top bars will measure 19 inches, which is the size of a regular Langstra bar in our Langstra hive. I'm not sure if that makes sense but right now, but it will eventually. So, I want to start with my 17.5 inches across. And I've got my notes written here so I don't screw it up, because, you know, I'm liable to do that. Let me get this little Dumaflachi right here. And I'm going to try to draw this straight. And Josh is going to help me. And I'm still sniffling, so I apologize for that. I want to get the middle. Let me get a line here for my middle. This is the center of this piece. So I need my bottom to be 10 inches. So I'm going to measure 5 inches on each side of this line. Does that make sense, Josh? Awesome. Excuse me. Look at that boy helping me. I just need a mark. I'm gonna have to go here and blow my nose because I'm telling you, it's driving me crazy. Because let me explain to you why. So the bottom is going to be 10 inches. That's going to be the bottom of the V. Okay? I got to connect the bottom of the V to this. That's going to be my slant.
So you got to go from here to here?
Uh-huh. Yep. And well, maybe I can do it with this. Let me see. Fix my pencil. Thanks, darling. You rock. Do you understand what I'm doing? Josh?
Not really. This is gonna be your end cap.
Yep. This is going to be the end, and I got to do another one in reverse for the other end. So
This is 19.
this is 17 and a half. That's the width of the board. The hive is going to be 17 and a half. So the top bar that I make is going to be 19.
I got
It's
you.
going to sit right on top like that
Yeah.
and have a hangover. Okay, and the top bars are going to be the same length as the bars in the Langstroth beehive.
I got you.
That way I can take them out of there, take the sides off, and set that comb inside this hive and it fit. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is the cut line. This is the side. This is the center. This one's not needed. This is the side. And this is the side.
So I need to cut here, and cut here.
Yep.
Explain to me what you're doing. This is your end, right?
Yep. These are the ends.
So what you need is.
The sides are going to be attached here, like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but on the inside, you've got to have another one of these to set to cut off the rest of the hive. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So there won't be too much room inside the hive. It'll cause them to leave if they have too much space. So you use another one of these sitting inside to scooch up and cut your hive length in half until they build up enough to where you can scoot it back and add a bar.
Okay, so you need another one that's exactly the same size.
It should fit down in there?
Yeah, because you're putting your board here, so your other one is going to be exactly the same as this. You see what I'm saying? If you were going here with your sideboard, then you would have to cut it smaller. But because you're going to put your sideboard on the outside, then one exactly like this should fit down in there. So.
Okay. So this is an issue with not following a pattern, and I'm jacking around with the numbers. I got to figure out where I'm going with it.
How long is your hive going to be?
Okay, so a sheet of plywood is about 47 and something. Is that untreated? So
you could do 44 and have a 2-inch overhang on each side.
yeah, that's what I want, 44 inches. And the reason I'm doing it 44 inches is because I have got a hellified hive that I want to take out of the Langstroth, undo. So I think I'm going to have to volunteer Mr. Josh to help me.
Have you showed them the hive?
No.
Let me go show them the hive. Hold on. We're going to go show you this hive.
Yeah, it's monstrous.
We're going to go on a journey. Everybody likes journeys. Alright, here we go. Uh-oh, let me get my finger out of the camera. It's kind of cool right now, so the bees aren't really flying. They're not going to... This is the hive right there. That big old booger right there. All right. So on this big hive right here that you see up front, that's the one that the problem that mom's having with doing it by herself. What you have here is the hive is taller than she is, so she can't get over, and it's full of, or it was. We haven't looked at it since the winter, but it's full of comb. So what you have is you have a super on the bottom. The next one that you see the board running across is actually two shallows put together to make a deep. Then you have a medium, which is the brown one that you see that's not painted, another medium, and another medium on top. And it's all full. That's one of the first hives that we got, and it has grown tremendously. So what we want to do is we want to take that, all of those frames out and put them in a top bar to where she can handle it by herself. She doesn't have to have somebody to come out here and pick it up, because it's too tall for her to get and pick up, because you have to take each layer off whenever you work the hive. What we're going to do now is do our sideboards. So what I've got to do is, basically I've got to cut this one straight from where we cut the end cap boards, because it's cut at that angle there. So I've got to cut that one straight. Now we're going to go, I have that one cut straight, so we're going to go 44 inches here. Alrighty, so there's your two sideboards.
These up here, like this. Put the end. These are going to have to be screwed together. See what I'm saying? So let's do this side first.
That side.
So if you brace it up against that, it won't slide. Not enough room. Dang it. I love my great ideas. So what I did was, on the ends of the sides, I marked the width of the end piece. So Josh is going to drill 3 guide holes there for the screws to go into the side of this. That's what I were trying to do. Josh just loves it. What's making this so difficult is because I messed with my measurements. It's not a standard normal size top bar beehive because of the bars that are in my Langstroth. So it's wider than the normal top bar beehive. Clean. Alright. You want to bring the camera around here? Or what? good deal. Wait a minute, let me see. Okay, if you get that first one in there, then I can move the top. So this is the outside of the hive body of the top bar beehive. Okay, so.
What do you need?
Alright, I'm going to explain. There needs to be a 3/8 inch opening cut in the top of this. And the reason for that is 3/8 of an inch is bee space. Okay? So when you have your top bars in here and you only have this many top bars, you only have this many. This is open.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to feed your bees, you set your feeder in here.
Mm-hmm.
And it protects the feeder from outside bees.
Mm-hmm.
The bees need to be able to get from here through this to the feeder. Okay, so this is the follower board. And I got Josh to make a 3/8 inch slot in the follower board.
Okay, we're gonna put the screen on the bottom. Yay, so much fun.
Now, let me tell you about the screen. You gonna go bring it to the end or not? You gonna cut off the extra?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. So the screen is not the optimal screen for the bottom of a top bar beehive, but it's all I had available to me.
Boy, I tell you what, I almost look like I know what I'm doing.
He has no clue what he's doing. But he's working with me, so that's a good thing. So the optimal screen or mesh for the bottom of a top bar beehive is 1/8 inch squares to the inch. 8 squares to the inch will allow stuff to fall out without the bees being able to get through. But they don't have any of that anywhere around here. I would have to order it. So I'm doing the screen. So now what we're going to work on is the legs. I'm going to get Josh to cut me some legs to go on the side so it can be stable. Right? Right, Josh? Right? It's looking awesome. I'm so excited about this. Yep. All the way around it is sealed. That way no boogers can get in on my girls. No boogers. We don't want no boogers.
Before I go get some boards though, everybody needs sweet tea in their life.
Oh yeah, let's don't get a glass. So can I tell you my child is a smarty pants? So I was trying to decide, so I grabbed the tape measure. I was trying to decide how long to make the legs on this top bar beehive. So I grabbed the tape measure and I pulled it out, and I was putting it up to my waist to try to decide how tall to make the legs, and he blurts out, "It's 2.5 feet." I'm like, no, it's got to be the length for me to reach the top of the hive. So we got to measuring, and what did you call it?
Midget height.
Yeah, he called me a midget. Well, when we got through deducing the correct height of the leg that's going to go on the side of the hive, it ended up being 2.5 feet. So he's a smarty pants. Alright, so this is what we got so far. The next step is to add the top bars. Okay, so I've done as much as I can do today. The only thing that I've got left to do, that we have left to do, because Josh has been a magnificent help on my little project that I throwed in his lap today. So you see that there's a hole here, and the reason it's there is because the legs will get in the way. These protruding screws are going to be cut off with a hacksaw. So the only thing we've got left to do is the cover, but I want to show you, this is the, if you come right here, Josh, this is how the top bars for the Langstroth hive fit in this top bar beehive. Now these are old, mind you, but these are old bars that I have for Langstroth hives. So in the middle is where the comb is, and you see the ends. This is what's in the hive over there. So when you take those out of that hive and you take the sides off, which they'll have to be pried because there's little nails in the ends of the frames, and the reason I know this is because I put them together. So the little sides will have to be pried off, and you have the bar with the hive, with the comb and the bees, and it fits right down in this hive, just like that. It fits securely with those grooves on the Langstroth bars, fit right down in that groove. Okay, so the first one is going to be a spacer next to the end. Then each of the bars will go in here like this, and the follower board will go up against it like that. And the cover, you'll have it all filled up with the comb, and the cover will go over the whole thing. So that was my purpose for building this hive this wide, so that the bars off of the frames of the Langstroth Hive can fit down in here. So when you put this one up here as a spacer, and that is bee space, so the bees can come out of this hole right here and be on top underneath the cover that's going to be over the whole thing. So I think it turned out pretty awesome, and it's steady, and it's the right height for me because the legs are only 2.5 feet. So whatever, Mr. Josh. So I think it turned out awesome. So I'll bring you back after the cover is made and show you the finished product, but I'm proud of what we got done today. So that's it for me. Until next time, I'll see you later.